Hello.
Yeah, that is you, Books. I got this stream. Uh, this is the old Mr. Fusion stream, and if y'all pay attention, he hypocrites himself, makes himself look, and says something that only a square or locale would say. Yeah, something tells me like lives of this like him, they were taken down probably before Filthy came along. Anyways, y'all enjoy and uh Caparo 5. Stop being a creepy stalker. I'm not fucking gaming with you. Like, and you motherfuckers should be happy that the fact, since you were all anti-pharmaceutical, taking medicine and shit, that I'm being forced by this doctor fiasco bullshit y'all pulled off. I'm basically being forced from a lack of physicians around this area, and I'm just tired of it all. If I can fucking, that's why I decided to take AD's advice and go the route that he suggested me to try, not knock it before I try it. So I'm doing it. I'm actively taking myself off medicine. I'm actively just sat here. Here, we'll look at, in case people don't think I'm on a real taper, we're going to show the proof. Let me remove this for a second. Fuck this. I'm tired of people fucking. I ain't got to prove shit to nobody, but I do got to prove this shit because if I don't, then the Workyverse gets the last word. And for people that want to only go to their channel and watch what they say, that'll be their last word. But I'll have this channel up as a reminder of everything else. All right. Now let me. All right. It's trying to connect. Looks like it's going to work today. All right, let me mute the volume. All right, now let me turn this camera on. All right, so as we see here, this is a medicine container. And if you look, there's my antidepressant that I'm tapering on. I have 1.5 there, 1.5 there. And then I break that half up, and that's the first day. I'm lowering it to 1.25. And if I don't have any discomfort, I'm going to take that extra half there and the extra half here, and then I'll be at 1.25 as I have planned, as you see. And then after this day, I'm going to take one of them halves and cut it and go like that. And then I'll be down and and keep in mind, this is a medicine that was prescribed on the 30th. I should be out in 8 days if I'd been taking it exactly as prescribed, or, if I required all three. Now, yeah, it does matter what I show because what I'm showing here is showing that, oh, yeah, he actually is doing that stuff. Like he hasn't been taking all three of his Ativans because he's not a drug addict. He's somebody that needed the medicine medically. This is the box I'm on. This is the box I haven't opened yet. You can't see the fucking tamper thing hasn't been taken off of it. This one two, because I've basically been having to take two of these a day, but I'm not taking two a day. I'm taking 1 1/3, and the third comes from in here where I have a couple of these. And if you look at this strip, it's perfectly folded to make thirds. And so tomorrow when I take one, I'll take a third. Next day I'll take a third. and then these thirds are going to be coming down. And then I get to 1. And once I can get off this strip here, I'll be at 1 fucking strip. And I'll have all of these plus the stuff I'm not showing you that's in my drawer, which I don't mind showing. It's basically those Suboxone. Those are full of thirds and things I've cut down to prepare for the taper. But yeah, I'm not being serious about it. I'm just making it up lying. Yeah. See, the Workyverse has caused me to find myself, and they knew they was going to do this. They basically went around and the doctors they were able to find of mine, and the most recent one through, which just goes to show you how many people they have played deep fake cover to try to be your friend. But I'm not going to get into all that. Let's just put it this way: I was betrayed. Yeah, I did. I had it and I checked it, but I had it and checked it. I'll start going by the timer, and then when I get in here and I see it almost done, I'll just stay. That was my mistake. Come on, Brownie. I know it. Anyways, so yeah, this hey, somebody wants to be on camera. You want to be on camera? You want to be on camera, buddy? You be on camera. Be on camera. Brownie, Brownie, Brownie. You good boy. You good boy. Yeah, you good boy. Yeah, I know I could never trust anybody. Sure, new book you can come up on. Maybe you can actually remind me now what I said or something. I can't do it under a doctor's supervision, Heather. The doctor that was dropping me from care because of their harassing calls and shit, told me that she referred me, and the place she was referring me to was a place that was not wanting to take me as a patient. And so, as a result of that, I I was frustrated and at my wits' end. I said, you know what? Fine. Spokesman, just because I fucking gave Rich the green line to come up, that don't mean you're coming up, dude. Hey, Rich.
What's up, Square? What are you doing?
Not much. It seems like, hold on. Yeah. Yes, sir. For Brownie? Yeah. We've used them together. I've been using, we take the ones out the cabinet together, Grandpa. In the cabinet. Yeah, it's where I get them out of. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I've been using that ever since. I haven't had.
Yeah, but we bought two the time I bought that.
The first time you did, not
Last
this.
time we did.
I think you're confused.
No, we bought two. You bought one, I bought one. You can use.
Okay,
mine.
hold on. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. No, don't go there because I gotta go with you.
What you got? Different kind of time. You said I think this one.
No, I just. You had just got the regular off-label brand. Dude, I'm just gonna have to spend it all, I guess. I'm gonna spend it on teeth and everything else. Come on, Brownie. All right, I'm sorry about that, guys.
You get Gramps straight.
No, Gramps was we was fucking. He was thinking of one thing, and I was trying to. That's the thing with and that's another reason why, like people say, especially some of, I guess your, I won't call them your friends, but you're friendly with. They say that like he'd be doing this. So I went to him one day and I said, "Do you is it stressful, or am I not a help to you or anything?" And I didn't come at him hard. I came on it with it easy. And he said, I don't know where I'd be or what I'd do if you weren't with me.
Well, then that's all that matters, Square.
And people don't see that. People don't understand that, yeah, his mind is going slowly, but he's still sharp as a tack, pretty much.
Well,
He's no idiot.
You like I said, you don't listen to him. Fucking, you know what the deal is, right?
No, what I know the deal is, I don't know what the deal is. You want to tell me?
I'm saying you know what your truth is. Like,
well, I know what my truth is, but
exactly.
I mean,
that's all that matters.
They knew, but Rich, they knew, like what Johnny did the other night was fucking disgusting. What
thing did he do?
I can't elaborate. All right, but anyone with a brain.
Let me try to think. I mean, Johnny, that's all he does.
Here, I'll say it in the private chat to you.
All right.
I was over there.
Oh, he did something to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I think it has to do with the fact, like, he didn't. I was up talking.
Are you serious?
And so yes, and you, so you know all about all that. I know because and basically trying to scare me off, and I wasn't scared. I was in no viol. I was up there on that man's live, and Dagburn and fucking came in with his crew. Maybe it was a fake account. I don't know. But it was fucking. What it was if it wasn't a fake account, then it was trying to like get me in some legal hot water. And Dagburn, that is such bullshit coming from somebody who is griped about corruption and the cops and everything else. And then you to pull a fucking move like that, dude, because you don't like what I got to say.
Oh, dude, he's a hypocrite. And those two, they'll buddy up with anyone, even mortal enemies, if it comes to taking somebody else out. That's what they do.
Well, I mean,
There's no loyalty.
Workyverse does too.
Well, I mean, I'm friends with a couple of those guys. And that's why I'm trying to figure out what you would call me out on. I can't figure it out. So I had
I think
Fusion
it
on.
had to meant with the Fusion. I
I had
think
a
it might
live
have been.
stream called Getting to Know Mr. Fusion. And in that live stream, because a lot of people that listen to me don't necessarily know what's up with the Workyverse. So I got him to tell the story of the Workyverse from day one. So maybe that's what you're pissed about. Because the rest of the time, it's all Johnny.
Well,
pretty
I
much.
wasn't pissed. I was just like, I don't know. It boggles my mind that there are these communities that focus on like trying to disrupt and humiliate and character assassinate a person. That's all what they're on. And like when people see this, instead of going out to the guy that they target and feature in their videos and ask them, they ask the people doing the targeting what the truth of the matter is. And I don't think that's really a good bias source. I think that's what I may have been referencing you on.
Huh. Yeah.
So I
mean,
wasn't calling you out as like I was mad about you or anything, because yeah, you're what you said earlier. Like I don't have any issue with you.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what. Yeah, I was just trying to see.
But I mean, if y'all are gonna, and here's the thing. I thought what Johnny had done with him most of the time was wrong. I was mad at myself, and I tried to make amends with the little bastard, and I helped out on his Redneck Brawl stream, which don't even let's not even get into that. But it's just I don't understand the dude. Like I honestly wish Johnny now I'd never seen your fucking story, or if I'd seen it, I just laughed at it and just went on.
Well,
Like
you
I
may.
hate myself so much for fucking investigating this dude. And he knew that I was here to tell both sides of the story. He's called me. I have old recorded lives of Dagburn talking about me and talking about these people and stuff. Because he tried here recently to distance himself from me, like, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with what he's got going on. What do you mean? Some of the very same people doing shit to you are doing it to me, but he ain't got nothing going on with it.
Well, Johnny's only in it for Johnny, so
Exactly. That's
he's
what I
not
figured out
gonna
here.
he's not gonna promote anything else. And you get on there, and I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to use his platform of more people to tell your story of how you've been done wrong, and he's not going to have it just because he doesn't care. He's all about what's good for Johnny. So
hey, Square.
Who's that?
Man, it's Lord Luda.
Okay, I was hoping or wondering, whatever.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, Square, I'll be right back. Somebody's ringing my doorbell. I think I'm getting a package. I'll be
That's
right
all
back.
right, man.
All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just
What's
seen
going
how
on
you
with
been,
you,
man.
Luda?
Not much. I've been kind of been
Besides
away for a
waking up
while.
yesterday and fucking drenched in a fucking puddle of my sweat and being in a fetal position, I couldn't get out of it until I fucking grabbed 2/10 of a strip and took it. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good other than that.
I know that feeling, man. If you're down that low, it's you're doing pretty good. The hardest part is usually the third or fourth day of not taking anything. So
Well, I'm like I've just about got down to where I'm at one strip a day, but my fear is going from that to nothing.
well, have you considered? I've heard you say a little bit about that. Some doctors won't take you, or a current doctor won't take you. Have you
The
looked
current doctor
online?
is I'm not. See that's what's wrong. Is like I'm done with I shouldn't have to look out for my next doctor and find it. If she's referring me because those phone calls and stuff that she was getting was upsetting her operation that she had going on so bad, she should have referred me to a different doctor, and I told her in the last 2 visits, and I wouldn't have gotten to this point. And then she just tells me, "Oh, well, that's plenty for you to taper off of." I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah, if you do it right." And I said, "Okay." So I came home and I said, fuck it, that's what I'm gonna do. When I get down to 1 strip a day, I'll have 30 strips left when I start so
Well, you can do it, man.
I'm
You can
hoping that
do
I
it.
get down to just the last 1/10 of the fucking strip before, and if I can get down and get off and have a few left over I can flush, that'll be even bigger victory.
Yeah, I wouldn't flush them. I'd hang on to them. Just you never know when that temptation might come back up, or you could take it and it might, knock off
No,
that
Rob,
craving or something like that.
I'm at 8 milligrams and a third of an eighth strip. So I'm taking probably about 10 milligrams. I'm at 10 milligrams. No, my doctor didn't red flag me. Poop butt, you're getting the fuck out of here. You're a troll.
Yeah, the only problem with the online stuff
Rick,
is
I
it's
wouldn't
so
block you.
expensive.
Huh?
The online, like if you went where you can do it online, where they send it to you, it's so expensive.
Withdrawals don't work that way. I know all about how withdrawals work and how they can work, and it's different from every person. Yeah, I'm into horror movies. Caparl, do you not know what the term freedom of association means? Get the fuck out of here. I know I won't really notice. Well, that's kind of, see, I've been at 24 milligrams, so I've been noticing a lot coming down. But just yesterday, I tried to only take just a 1/8, and I went to sleep, and then I woke up, and I was in withdrawal. I mean, I had the chills up and down, back and forth, and all that.
I'm at you.
Right.
So I
Right.
had to reach in out of the drawer next to my bed, and it was I felt so out of energy, and my leg was hurting so bad. I mean, it literally took me 15 minutes or 20, 30 minutes of sitting there letting that little strip that's cut up melt into my mouth. And then finally, about another 10, 15 minutes after that, I started having less of a pounding headache, and I was starting to get cold then. I was like, oh shit, and then finally it leveled back out and I got stable.
What'd you cut to
Yeah.
square from what to what?
I've cut from 24. I mean, I have already eliminated I was on 24 milligrams a day, and I've cut the first 8, and I've cut half of the next. I'd say I'm at the cutting of almost because the second, what I've been doing is I've been folding it into 3, and today I only took 1/8 milligram and one piece of that third. And what I plan to do is, you know, tomorrow, if I can take a half of that third with the 8, that's what I'll do. And then the next day, I'll just go to 8, you know, and then I'll start cutting the 8 back.
You should kick your doctor's ass for starting you at 24 milligrams.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
that's
have
crazy. That's crazy.
I have chronic pain syndrome. That's
Dude,
why
I've
they
so do
gave it
I.
to me. But
I broke my
you do
leg
too.
in 4 places and I've had 3 different blood clots in my left leg. It's shot. Doctor looks in the MRI and they'll give me anything I want. So I live with
Yeah.
it every day. And when I wanted to get off of it, and I promise you, I was taking a whole lot more than you were. I was probably taking 500 to 600 milligrams of Roxy a day, and he put me on 12 milligrams of subs and on a 90-day taper from the beginning. And then the rest of it's been occupational and physical therapy, and then just learning how to deal with the pain without the drugs. Because I mean, I maxed out on the drugs and still had pain. So
man. That's how I was. I was prescribed 10, I guess you could say 11 Roxy 30s a day.
That's insane.
Yeah, this was back. This was just on my third visit that I went, to a pain clinic. But back then, I don't know, early 2000s, I guess they thought that was
Yeah, that
okay.
shit was.
Actique suckers, that they would give me whatever my insurance
I
would
just
Oh
wish
yeah.
cover.
people would have believed me when I said I came on here just to be a part, and you know, everybody's had to be
Well,
so fucking mean.
again, it's all in how you respond to Square. You're not. I mean, I'm not trying to shit on you. You're not 100% innocent here. I mean, you've played the part too, but I mean, the more you let somebody think that they're fucking, you know, getting a hold of you, the more they're going to do it. And I kind of see both sides. I mean, I don't.
The only thing that I wasn't innocent in is I got fooled by a bunch of people, and I did participate in some stupid stuff, yeah. But I atoned for all that, see, and that's what everybody was big on about a few months ago. And so we atoned for everything, and then nothing changes, and that's what I said. There's nothing has changed. I do listen to
Yeah.
my body, Rick. If I didn't listen to my body, Rick, I wouldn't even be able to undertake this underhanded. You know, like I don't have the convenience to get up and go on a retreat and have a facility do it for me. I don't have that convenience and option. Plus, I've already done that 3 fucking times, and on this last third time, they're like, "You may need to take this for the rest of your life. Here you go." Uh, Especially since it's helping your chronic pain. And yeah, that's all you need to do is make sure to take your drugs as prescribed.
Hey,
And I was like,
Square.
okay.
You remember when you were like in active addiction, you were out of drugs, and you got a call that something was headed to you, or you were headed to pick something up? You remember those times?
Uh, Say that again. I'm sorry. I spaced
Like
out.
when you were in active addiction and you were out, and you got a call saying, "Hey, I'm going to bring you some Roxy's, or come on over and pick up, whatever." You remember those times?
Yeah.
You remember how all of a sudden you would feel better just knowing that it was coming?
Yeah.
Your mind is fucking powerful, dude. And I
Yep.
mean, the half life on Suboxone is crazy fucking long, dude. I mean, it's the likelihood of withdrawing with as much as you still got in you is probably not, probably not possible. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but your brain can make you do all that crazy shit, especially if you've read stuff about withdrawal and how awful and terrible it's going to be. I mean, your brain can manifest those fucking symptoms.
Yep.
But it's
It most
very
certainly can.
unlikely. I've looked at a bunch of studies that, well, shit, I've read studies that therapeutically above 7.5 milligrams of buprenorphine, it's at a ceiling, meaning that your receptors for 95% of individuals are completely covered, and continuing to take it is doing nothing but placebo. But what it is doing is it's making it harder to get off of.
What you're saying, the 16 milligram satiates the receptors enough. I've heard that. I know.
7.5 milligrams.
Yeah, it's a plateau. I mean, you could take 50 strips
Yeah.
or two. It doesn't. I think at 24, I think is what the limit is, or the plateau starts. It may be more. I'm not sure.
And
But
the
yeah, I
other thing
agree that
too,
it's way overprescribed for sure.
I wouldn't try to do any of this shit on your own. I would do it under some sort of advice.
Yep.
And you're probably, I mean, I wouldn't tell a bunch of people about it either, because you're probably going to fuck up, dude, several times before you get it right. And then you're going to have to answer, to a fucking peanut gallery, because that's what you talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I know you're trying to keep yourself accountable, maybe, and that's why you talk about it.
yeah.
But there's other ways to do it, and I mean, really, fuck what anybody else thinks about it. You got to do what's right for you.
That's why I'm
I mean,
doing.
do you still
No, the
have your
Ativan,
anxiety
the
meds? I mean,
yeah, I'm down to see on the Ativan, I'm down to 1.5, and I'm starting out with gonna be taking that half and taper down to a 1.25, and then I'm gonna eliminate that quarter after a day or two, and then I'll be down to just one Ativan, and I have plenty of those to help with the. I never had an addiction or a dependency on the Ativan.
I
Never,
didn't
never did.
either. I had a script of Xanax, and I could leave it there in the bottle for and not touch it. But I mean, there is something to be said. You've been taking them daily for a long time. Now that medicine can fuck you up medically, stopping real quick. So I would take that slow because I mean you can seize up and you know coming off of a benzo is a whole different animal.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
know.
would argue
But
I've never had to do it, but I'd argue that it's harder and more medically dangerous than any opiate.
oh, for sure. Yeah, I would agree with that. I would say having it though when coming off of the buprenorphine is not going to be a bad thing. It'll definitely help. It won't hurt. But that's a whole other animal coming off that.
Well, I'm tapering off
As you
3 drugs
mentioned.
simultaneously. Duloxetine, which I'm gonna be finished with here this week.
Is that an
Then
SSRI?
yeah, and then the
So I've never heard of that one.
I can go to a pain management doctor, Heather, after 3 months of being off Suboxone. I tried to go into pain management to get them to keep treating. And matter of fact, the doctor said she was going to reach out to them, but they never reached out to me. And here I am this low. So I'm glad I had decided to undertake this when I did, because I was told, I'm not going to have another prescription refill. So I was like, well, thanks, appreciate it.
Not all. You mean for the subs?
Well, for everything, because that was my last appointment with her.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is it just that are you wanting to quit, or is it just that you can't find? There's just no other doctors there. Is that?
There's no
Because
other
I know that
doctors
it's a
really
hard
around
thing.
here that were keeping me that were given my medication regimen. Like the one place that
Gotcha.
she was trying to refer me to had already seen me, and they're like wanting me to come off of the Ativan I had, which I only had 2 weeks left on that current prescription. They wanted me to just come off that magically by myself, and that when I came back in next time and I ran, which I'd be coming back in from taking 3 butts a day, she was going to cut that down to straight down to 8. And I was like, just immediately like that? She's like, yeah. And I was like, I've never had a doctor tell me that's how it goes. And she said, well, you can do it. And so I didn't feel comfortable with her.
I
And
understand that.
and I was like, well, what about my anxiety? She's like, oh no, you're not gonna need that anymore. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not gonna need that anymore, lady? I've been on it for 4 years, and not one, not two, but 3 doctors have evaluated me and kept me on the same regimen. Now I'm just supposed to believe your crackpot ass.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a lot of doctors that there's a stigmatism with prescribing, even with picking it up. Some pharmacies won't even fill buprenorphine and benzos together.
Yeah. They're getting funny about that.
Yeah, it,
Yeah,
it
they
can
really
kill. I
are.
knew a guy that took a lot of Xanax and seized up from being cessated after he was put into the county jail. So no, I definitely understand that, Rick. That's why I showed, if you go back, like I have 4 weeks of one Ativan a day, and then I had a few to cut up to make for this last one I'm coming off of. So I've got, I'm maybe not more than enough, but I got a little bit more than what I would need to come off this. I'm hoping. I mean, yeah, it's do or die pretty much.
Well, if you run into that situation, they'll help you at the ER with benzo stuff,
Yeah.
but they're not going to help you out opiate wise. I mean, you said you wanted to get into pain management. What do you think they're going to do for you?
They're gonna probably put me back on opioids.
Okay.
and I don't want to do that. I mean, but we need to be honest though. What else other than like salves and topical and when you have like daily constant chronic pain, nothing really covers it to the point as an opiate does. But I understand that they're dependent building, and
I mean,
so
the
I know the pros and cons.
problem with opiates is like once you've been exposed to them, it's
Your
like
brain chemistry has changed.
You need a lot. I was on hydro for a couple of years, and I never had any issues
Me too.
whatsoever with them. Never. And when they sent me to pain management, when they started tightening down, then when you go to pain management, that's when they switch you to Oxy because they don't want you to have Tylenol. And dude, I'm sorry, I think that drug was meant to fucking do exactly what it did. And
oh, for sure, the Oxycontin.
I mean, oxycodone is nothing but heroin, dude.
Because
that's what it is. I mean,
because Heather, these pain clinics around here, because Suboxone is really only approved FDA wise for OUD. I was being prescribed it off label by my previous physicians for pain management, but they wouldn't have done that at the pain clinic.
But I honestly, like I said, I stopped taking medication in 2014.
Thank you for telling me about that.
Well, that's awesome that you were able to stop. I mean,
yeah, but it was a bitch.
It's not easy. Yeah, I mean, I've been to rehab multiple times. I know what you mean. It's not easy.
Well, I didn't consider myself. I know
like I
some
won't be
people,
completely pain-free, Sugar Nova, but I'm trying to be, or I'm trying to have it. Like it interferes a lot in just my daily energy and everything because of the way my body's built. That's why. And when I'm taking that medicine, I don't feel that, and it just helps me propel me to go. That's all I know how to say. But sorry, Rick, go ahead.
No, I was saying I really thought shittily of physical therapy and occupational therapy. But that's really what got my pain level down to where it's manageable. That and the use of compression therapy. That's what did it. And I mean, my leg's forever going to be fucked up. I mean, I've got like a sports build. I mean, I'm 6'3", 280 pounds I'm a big dude.
You take care too, Heather.
So, I mean, that weight on the leg, I mean, it's there. I mean, I got a lot of muscle under fat, but still it's a lot of weight on that leg. And the only thing that helps, like I said, is doing the exercises that I've been taught and that was from, physical therapy. But and a lot of it's in your head too, dude. Like the first thing I do when I get up is stretch. Like I stretch for half an hour, and I have to because if I don't,
I gotta ask you though, man. Like, why the fuck? AD was talking about you was on Rusty's trying to sing, and he's like, I don't like music, and da. Like, I don't know why. I don't know why AD first started calling out the Worky verse on shit they did to me. Then he was stopping, and then he goes back to calling out them and Crack Squad for JG.
AD changes his tune every time the wind changes directions.
Man, what?
AD's
and they tried to say
moron,
that shit about me. They tried to say that shit about me, that I'm a flip-flop. Well, yeah, I may change my opinion if I see something come out like Johnny fucking wishing a man's fucking, or saying that a man's son is dead because he fucking deserved it.
I mean, AD's
you don't do that shit.
AD's a likable guy. Like, he has some funny shit. Like,
he is.
But
that shit he did. But that shit he just allowed his BFF Dagburn to try. Man, that was some
you gotta
dirty,
understand
sleazy
too.
shit.
Like, he's trolling Johnny some too. Like,
He has to be. I mean, he knows
yeah,
Johnny's what he's done, with the paintings and the other things,
Oh, well,
raising
he's
money
over
for
there and
this
got a
and that.
wrench, and they're like BFFs.
dude. I mean, it's
Seem
just
to
like
be.
this lawsuit with Church and
AD's playing
Patty.
his own game.
I mean, these people are, pumping Patty up, dude. I mean, that lawsuit is it's open and shut. I
It
mean,
is.
it's
Yeah.
just, AD kind of
Well,
reminds me of a
they were coming out on AD's channel when he was streaming before I went, and I was over there talking. Nobody was, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll leave." And he was letting on the that supposedly Johnny had the inside info that they're trying to settle this out of court,
oh,
and
I
that's
mean,
good.
he's got whatever Patty's told him. That's what he has. But AD reminds me of like one of the college professors I had, and they're never really going to tell you how they feel personally, but their job is to invoke thought in the way that you think. So,
Yeah,
he just throws the shit out there. Sometimes he'll take something and run with it as fact when it's not fact, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He's not a dumbass like Johnny. But yeah, I mean, AD knows exactly what he's doing, and he'll bring you in there, and with you, just like what you put in the private chat, he'll have that shit kind of going on in the background, thinking, "All right, how can I cause chaos here?" And that's
dude,
what
that's what he's
he
done the last
does.
couple times I came on. He let
Yeah.
Fusion and them up one time.
That's because it's
To
entertaining to him, and he's like the puppet master of it all.
Yeah, yeah. AD, you can go fuck yourself, dude.
Hey, Square, can I get you to unblock me? For some reason, you got me
Yeah,
blocked in your chat. I don't know why. I mean, I thought
yeah.
I've
I'll do
always
it
been
right.
cool with you. I mean, I know you don't like some of the people that I'm associated with or that in the past, but I've always been respectful to you and been cool. I thought, and I think you've been the same way to me. You've always been, respectful and cool. So
There's Martin Speaks.
Oh, he's a fucking retard.
Martin Speaks. I don't know much about him. I've heard the name a bunch. I know he's got his
Cammy.
Oh,
Fuck you, Square.
Isaac, fuck off.
Fuck you,
that's not
bitch.
cool.
Jesus.
That didn't
Like, you
affect
think
me at
that's gonna
all.
make
You
me
don't
fuck?
have to worry.
You think that's gonna make me take my stream down, bitch?
It's not. It shouldn't.
I thought it was Martin. I was going to talk some
That
shit.
was my.
I got something good for Martin tonight. I got
These
something
motherfuckers don't
good.
care about me.
Do what?
Nothing. These motherfuckers, they don't care about me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you just share what you want, but the more info you give out, I mean, that's why people are always show your face, show your face. Fuck you. I don't want my daughter to hear about my fucking hobby on the internet. Like,
Exactly. I wish
I
I
don't need
had
that shit.
people telling me the stuff that y'all knew about. If I was
Yeah.
aware of all this stuff, I would have never shown my face or nothing. And then AD wants to be like, "Oh, they're pussy bitches." That's why the million big YouTube channels that are successful don't have the guys show. And if they do show their face, they're in a fucking place like New York or Los Angeles, and guess what? They don't put their name and shit out there.
Yeah. I mean, I'll
Hey,
do it. So
Square.
I'm on. You can find me if you look hard enough.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna say I gotta jump down for a little bit. If you're still live, I mean, I'll back up here after a little bit.
Yeah,
Do
it's
something
all
real
right.
quick. No, you're good, man. I appreciate you
just
letting me up, and I appreciate you unblocking me. But hey,
I
stay
well, I got
strong,
to get
man. You got it. You got this with the Suboxone. It's I would say 90% of it's mental, and it's tough. So I've been there, and it
I just
sucks.
can't
But
stand. I just can't stand the pain and the withdrawal together. I can't stand. I can maybe stand one or the other by itself. I can't stand them both.
yeah, I understand what you're talking about, man. I had back surgery I had an injury from playing college ball. I'm 6'8". Fucked up my back
Good
at an
God,
early
man.
age. Yeah, and I had to have surgery, and they told me I would need a second surgery, but I've never gotten that surgery, and I'm paying for it now. I can feel it, But
Yeah.
it's just aches and pains that you learn to deal with, and I'm not comparing my situation to yours at all because everyone's unique, obviously. But I just want to give you some encouragement and some encouraging words that you can do it square. I got faith in you, so
Thanks.
just keep on keeping on, man. Okay.
All right.
All right,
See you,
brother.
man.
I'll talk to you later. Hey, see you, man. Nice
Take
talking to you
care.
as well.
Yeah, you too, brother. Yeah, dude, just fucking be you. Like I said, share less about what you're doing and fuck it. I mean, I just but not to drive that point home. I mean, a lot of it's in your head, dude. And I know it's easy to fucking say I'm in pain or this is that, this and that, but a lot of it's in your head, dude. Believe me. I've been through it. I go through it still. So, and I could go, like I said, you look at my scans, I could go back to pain management tomorrow.
And I
Never
find it
had a,
funny that like Johnny and all them was against this doxing, but now they were just over there in AD's talking about they're gonna put all their effort into finding out you and Rusty's info and all that.
no, they'll
They're
never
gonna
find me.
expose you.
And I don't care if they do. I mean, I've got I've got nothing to hide. I mean, you're gonna find out. Yeah, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, don't even say less.
So if you want to look at the traffic ticket, I got when I'm 17. That's cool.
And my stuff's not really that interesting, except that they found out that I had these police here didn't like me from some of the things I'd recorded and put out on social media about them. And that's the only reason why I have is half as many arrests, but don't have the convictions because they were bullshit cases.
Yeah.
I had to fucking hire the same attorney every damn time, but he was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
All
just
right,
these little
dude.
podunks. It's
I
just
gotta
these little
run.
podunk. It's just these little podunk small towns. When one of them gets in a position, they get a little ego. They think they know everything about you from who you hung out with, and they just go to start fishing, trying to fish for stuff, hurt
Yeah.
you. All
Well,
right,
man,
man. Well, you
do
have a good
do
day.
your thing. I just want to make sure if you want to call me out on some shit, I
I
don't
ain't called you out on nothing, man. I guess it was more like, well, like come get some of the info from me or something. That's all
I
I
don't
meant.
know. Yeah. All right, dude. Take care.
You too.
All right.
Thank you for coming by, Rich. You have a good day. Oh shit, I'm in a match, y'all. Shit, I'm in a match. Damn it, Brownie. You can't let me go like this, buddy. I killed 2 of them. You know what? I think I may just hold on. I know you want some bread. Here you go, Bubba. The anonymous dude end his live. He's a law professional. You gotta go to an alt account. Otherwise, well, we probably ain't gonna see the live chat anyways. He's taking it down. Now,
Birds flying.
Just remember, things could always be worse. You could be dead. Right? And if you're in heaven, I guess that's not too
that's
bad,
the
right?
worst it can get. What are you talking about?
If you're in hell, that's probably pretty crappy. I wonder if there's like an in-between place where you just chill, you know, where you're like not that bad to go to hell, but you're not good enough to go to heaven.
Blue Bloods, I just rather do it from my PlayStation, but I could use PS Now on the computer and then and share that and stream it that way. It's just not good quality. Best quality I can pull off from where I'm at is plugging LAN into the PS4 and doing it straight from the console.
You know, there's it's just got to be one or the other. That's crazy, man. Anyways, what should we talk about today?
I don't know, enlighten us.
What should we talk about today? I'll probably burn in hell. What should we talk about today? I'll probably burn in hell. I'm sure of it.
You see what hey, did you see what Biden has started?
All the fucking blood on my hands.
Biden put out something the other day to expand his presidency.
And then he knew he was fucked.
He signed out an order moving troops and stuff. I don't know. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you about it.
You know what song I really like? I wish I could play more music and not get banished to the nether.
You won't be banished to the nether. You'll simply can't monetize those streams.
You can't really do anything on this platform. Which makes sense. It is stealing, you know. I'm not bitching.
All you have to do is have like a overlay like I got, and I'm not getting copyright hit. I'm getting some copyright restrictions based on certain songs I may play, showing that they can't be seen in Russia or whatever. And I don't think they can be monetized, but yeah, all the other streams I've been doing, covering cases and court cam, stuff like that, yeah.
What else do I want to say?
You was a shitty little fucking piece of shit demon for what you fucking allowed the other night. Imagine if you will, person A coming into person B's live, person C is in the chat and knows about person A and don't really want to hear what he's got to say, so he decides to try to pull a play out of the old Workyverse playbook by trying to act like I'm doing something on my own when he was instigating it, along with whoever else. Johnny, you are a piece of fucking shit. That's all I needed to see. Don't worry. I think that you segued your way into between Ryan and Miss Patty, and you're just sitting there with that foothold, hoping that you'll never lose grasp of it. It's sickening for you to play off the tragedy going through this family and playing out in court. It's sick that you're doing it all because of a beef that you started with the man. It's fucked up. And I'm done calling it out. And people like Anonymous Dude and them need to start fucking realizing that, yeah, even though some of the Creek Squad or Crack Squad, whatever, response has not been morally superior, sure. But Johnny hadn't made it easy either. Do I think he should be harassed, messed with? No. Do I think people should start unsubscribing from his channel? Not give him any attention? Because he says he hates trolls and the people that do this stuff, but then he engages in it, and so does AD. He says that these people have tried to get him in legal trouble. He did the same thing. He did the same thing Johnny Goble did. Tried to get someone accused of doing something that they weren't doing. Yeah, you're a piece of shit, Dagburn, but you don't deserve to be harassed.
I probably shouldn't say this, but I've already posted it everywhere. Johnny got a hold of me in person in real life and shared some pretty crazy information. And I'm going to keep that close to my chest, Johnny. You have my word. You didn't tell me to keep it secret, but I will keep it secret. All right, brother? Your secret's always safe.
So are you trolling Johnny like New Buck says? Or are you really teaming up and choosing this guy to be the guy that you and that Lake Time Casey, which I also reached out for his help. I was going to. I don't think he got the email. Maybe he pretended like he didn't get it. I don't fucking know.
Safe with me. Always safe with me. And thank you for sharing it, because it's never what you think, you guys. Things are never what they seem. And that's all. I'll leave it at that. We'll move on and we'll talk about something different. All right.
But then Johnny tells you to drop the info, so let's get the info.
And then, it's just, and they're extremely mad they got cluster munitions. Okay, here's where my expertise comes into play. Thank you. Great question. So my job in the military, I was a forward observer, which is a 13 Fox, which is the most dangerous job in the military, other than maybe disarming bombs like EOD. That might be fucking up there. But anyways, in like an actual combat situation. But I think the job's actually changed. I'm not going to get into specifics of that. But I've looked at how technology's changed and how I would use that on the battlefield in my old position, right? And a lot of it would drones have drastically changed how battle is conducted, and we've learned that in this war. So both sides are getting more and more drones. They keep requesting drones. Drones can just drop a grenade behind enemy lines. Grenades are fucking ruthless, dude. They just are. I mean, they'll just shrapnel the shit out of you, and you're just sitting there with a goddamn piece of metal sticking out of you. So, or in you, and so yeah, that's crazy. And as the war goes on, these troops are going to get lower morale because Ukraine is doing it properly. They're transitioning troops out of the front lines so that they can come back and get rest. The Russians aren't doing that. Those troops are staying there, and what they got is what they got. And they've already used up so the 23,000 Wagner fighters that are in Belarus, they're like training, and I'm trying to figure out what
I
the
got you,
alliance
Blue
would
Blood. I
be in a
appreciate
World
it.
War III situation, because Russia knows they can't win without China, and they're trying to gain allies. But dude, nobody can mess with our technology, and they don't even know what we have top secret, and that's what haunts them at night. We have a top secret budget, defense budget, that is very big. And you can actually find it if you look up a graph called Death and Taxes. It's a pie chart of how every tax dollar spent in America. And the person that makes the charts, it's a visual representation, so you can clearly see how all our money is being spent, plus the money that is going into deficit. And so defense is 50%. And
All right, I may come back and do this later on. Thanks again, Blue Blood. I gotta go, y'all. Peace and blessings.